UAW is preparing for some of the most important negotiations in automotive history, and it will be a balancing act. The United Auto Workers are searching for ways to reward employees while keeping the automakers viable for the long run. In an exclusive interview, Action News reporter Mary Conway spoke to UAW President Bob King in downtown Detroit.
The ceremonial handshakes that signal the official start to negotiations are all scheduled to take place next week. But the union has already been meeting informally with all of the companies. As they go into this round of negotiations, it's clear the bankruptcies of GM and Chrysler have shown everyone how much they have to lose.
So I want to make sure when we come out of these negotiations, we're creating more jobs for more Americans.
As the UAW heads into those formal negotiations with the Detroit Three, Bob King tells me that there's only one absolute: no new concessions.
Our members made tremendous sacrifices to save these companies. All three of the companies are doing much, much better. Not out of the woods, I would argue, in a global economy, but doing much better. And there would be no justification for any concessions or any further sacrifices. Now, that does not mean that we won't work together every day like we do today to make the highest quality vehicles, to have continuous improvement in productivity.
King realizes that while his members want raises, they cannot go back to the types of contracts that drove the companies toward bankruptcy.
Do our members deserve a raise? They do. Do they deserve a cost living formula? They do. And we've got to be smart enough and visionary enough to say the way to get there today is not to add those back into the contract now. Because if we add them back in the contract now and we make it more costly to make a Chrysler or a Ford or General Motors in the competition, then all we'll do is end up in this negative spiral.
Insiders at the auto companies tell me that something must be done to contain and hopefully bring down the skyrocketing costs of health care. General Motors alone spent $665 million on health care last year.
I think that there are many ways to get health care costs down without taking a penny off of the workers. Not do you make the workers pay more co-pays, or not do you have higher deductibles, but how do you provide service in a more financially viable way.
The contracts with all of the Detroit Three officially expire on September 14th. On Detroit's East Side, I'm Mary Conway, Channel 7 Action News.